Once again, welcome to Easy Elite English. This time, it's a quick pre-exam revision video for class 6, and the chapter is Fiber to Fabric. How do you get fabric from fiber? Fiber to fabric for class 6, and as we always say, this is not a substitute for textbook. This is only meant as a quick pre-exam recapitulation. Now here we are having some of the common textiles we use. We use cotton, we use silk, we use wool as sweaters in winter, and synthetic. So here we have got cotton, silk, wool, synthetic. Now fabric is a general term for any kind of cloth. Although fabric and cloth may not always mean the same thing, but at this level, at class 6 level, you can think of fabric as a general term for cloth. Now cloth may be bed sheets, curtains, handkerchiefs, shirts, bags, sacks, and which you store rice or wheat, socks. So these could be dresses like shirts and pants. It could also be cloths which are not used as dresses like curtains, handkerchiefs, bed sheets and pillow covers. Fabric is made from thread-like yarns. Long thread called yarns are used to make fabric. And each yarn is made by spinning or twisting very thin fibers. So thin fibers, twist them, strong yarn, and then from yarn you can weave them into fabric. Fabrics may be natural or synthetic. Natural fiber will come from plants or animals. From plants mainly we get cotton, jute. We also have flax and hemp, but in your syllabus you have cotton and jute. From animals, silk coming from silk moth and wool coming from sheep or goat. And synthetic fibers, polyester and rayon or nylon, that is man-made synthetic fibers. Now it's very important to understand fibers, fabrics and fibers, yarns and fabric. Fibers are very thin. This is a fiber, very thin and delicate. Now fibers are twisted. You can see we have twisted them, and by twisting fibers we get longer and stronger yarns or thread-like yarns. And yarns are placed lengthwise and crosswise to make a piece of fabric. So these are fibers, very delicate. You twist or combine many fibers to form a strong yarn, and then you place the yarn lengthwise and also crosswise, and when you do this you get a fabric. So fiber to yarn, the method is spinning, and yarn to fabric, the method is weaving. From fibers, by spinning you get yarn, and from yarn by weaving you get fabric. Fibers can be natural or synthetic. Natural fibers can be from plants or from animals. These are important plants from where we get fibers: cotton, jute, hemp and flax. Although in class 6 syllabus you have only cotton and jute. Important fibers of animals: silk coming from silk moth, and wool mainly coming from sheep and goats, but we can also get from camels and yak. So there is a cotton plant, there is a jute plant, there is a hemp plant, and this is a flax plant. First, cotton. Cotton grows best in black soil and warm climate. It needs black soil and warm climate. Fruits of cotton plant are called balls. Note down the spelling. Observe the spelling. It is not football. It is not BA, it is BO. It's not BA, it is BO. But different books may give either single L or double L. The number of L can change, either single L or double L. But BO, it is not BA. It's not the cricket ball or football, it is BO. Now these fruits of cotton plants will burst open. And when they burst open, what you'll see? White fluffy fibers and dark or black seeds. Fluffy fibers, white, and seeds, black in color. Now you have to remove the seeds. So separating the seeds is called ginning. Separating the seeds from cotton fibers is called ginning. Ginning of cotton to remove seeds, it can be by hand, it can be by machine, but ginning means to remove seeds from the fluffy cotton fibers. Now next is jute. Jute grows best in alluvial or loamy soil and warm and humid climate. And it is cultivated in rainy season because you need humid or wet climate. Now, stem is allowed to rot in water for long hours, actually several days. The stem, you put them inside water, soak them in water for several hours or several days. Let it rot. It is called retting. Not rotting, it's called retting. Although practically it is rotting, but it is called retting. Why do we do this? This makes the work of separating the fibers easy, so that you can easily separate the fibers. You put the stem in water and allow them to rot. Now, cotton fibers come from balls or fruits of cotton plant. Jute fibers come from stems of jute plants. Cotton we were not getting from stem, you are getting from fruits or balls. Jute you are not getting from fruits, you are getting from stem. So, jute from stem and cotton from the balls or fruits. Now, fibers obtained after ginning in case of cotton or retting in case of jute must be converted into longer and stronger threads called yarns. Fibers are very thin, very weak, very delicate. You have to convert them into strong yarns. Converting fibers to yarns, the method is spinning. So what is spinning? Spinning means converting fibers to yarns, twisting the fibers, combining the fibers and making them strong yarns, that is spinning. So fiber to yarn, this method is spinning. You can do by hand using a spindle, you can use a charkha, or you can do by using machines. So cotton balls, as I told you can put single L or double L, but it must be O, B-O, not B-A. Cotton balls are fruits after ginning. What is ginning? Removing the seeds. You get fibers. And when you twist the fibers by spinning, you get yarn. In case of jute, retting. What is retting? Putting the stem in water, soaking the stem in water for long hours. You get fibers, and again by spinning, that is combining the fibers or twisting them, you get yarn. Fabric made from home spun yarn is called Khadi. Khadi is yarn which is you get when spinning is done at home. The work of spinning you do at home, then it's called Khadi, spinning in home. To popularize Khadi and promote rural, that's village industry, the government encourages Khadi and village industries. So the process was fibers to yarns and yarns to fabric. Converting fibers into yarns is called spinning. And then again yarns to fabric. Converting yarns into fabric is called weaving. So fiber to yarns, that is spinning, and yarns to fabric is weaving. And weaving is done in a machine called loom. Loom is a machine used for weaving yarns into fabric. Weaving, what is weaving? You are arranging two sets of fibers, or two sets of yarns actually, not fibers, two sets of yarns, because you have already, by spinning, you have twisted the fibers into yarns. You are arranging two sets of yarns horizontally and vertically. You can see this is vertical and that is called warp, and these are horizontal, these are called weft. The name is not important, these two words are not important, but they are placed horizontally, left to right, weft, and vertically, top to bottom, that is warp. And these two sets cross each other and interlock, forming a fabric. Here you can see they are placed horizontally and vertically, and they interlock, forming a fabric. Looms are machines used for weaving yarns into fabric. Looms. What is a loom? A machine used for weaving yarns into fabric. So you can do by hand, that is a hand loom without electricity. You can do a machine, that is called power loom. So power loom is run on electricity, and hand looms, of course, they don't require electricity, but hand looms and power looms. But in any case, looms are machines, and what they are used for? They are used for weaving yarns into fabric. Another way to convert yarns into fabric is knitting, which can be done by hand or by machine. Here you are having by hand, you are doing by hand. While weaving, crisscrosses two sets of yarns. Knitting just uses one single continuous yarn. If you have seen someone knitting sweater, you will know they just use one single piece of yarn. Knitting of sweaters from woolen yarn is the most common example we see. Most often we see people knitting woolen yarn into sweaters. Although you can use any type of yarn, cotton or jute, any kind of yarn, and you can actually knit them into fabric. Final step is cutting and stitching. Tailors, that's what they do, they cut and stitch dresses or other materials. And early days, unstitched fabric like lungi, shawl or even dhoti were just draped. Sari is draped, but you wear a shirt or a pant. So a shirt or a pant is a stitched piece of fabric or dresses, and these are unstitched fabric, lungi, shawl, dhoti and sari, which you drape, but you wear a dress. Today we have tailors for stitching coats, shirts, kurtas, pants, trousers, frocks and churidars. The tailor using a sewing machine. So let's once again recapitulate the process. What did we get in cotton? Balls or fruits. Balls or fruits. Once again note the spelling, it is O, not A. Ginning. What did we do in ginning? We separated the seeds, we removed the seeds, and we got fibers. Spinning. What did we do in spinning? We twisted several fibers to get a strong yarn. And then weaving or knitting, we get fabric. And in case of jute, retting. What's retting? Soaking in water to separate fibers. And we got fibers. Then spinning. Same thing, twisting several thin fibers into a strong yarn. And then weaving or knitting, we get fabric. So only the first part is different. Here we do ginning and here we do retting. But otherwise it is same: spinning, weaving, fiber to yarn spinning, yarn to fabric weaving or knitting. Similarly, fiber to yarn spinning and yarn to fabric weaving or knitting. That was Easy Elite English Educational Trust. We will come back with more videos. And now students can join free of charge an online MCQ quiz. You can do it from home. It is free. and it will be based on the chapter of your choice. You will choose the topic, which chapter you want, and from your home you can give a free online MCQ which will actually help to clear your concept and improve your grades. So if you want to appear for an online quiz on any chapter, science or mathematics, WhatsApp us or email us, mention the chapter and the class, and from home you can give a free online MCQ which will improve your grade. But if you consistently perform well, you'll be getting certificates, cash prizes, and scholarships. So till we meet again, thank you and goodbye.